You walk into the room, excited to see your cat. You reach down to pet them, and they immediately walk away. Again, it feels personal, doesn't it? Like your cat has decided you're just not worth their time. But here's the truth. Your cat isn't ignoring you because they don't like you. They're ignoring you because you're speaking the wrong language. Cats aren't tiny dogs. They don't think like dogs, don't show love like dogs, and definitely don't want to be treated like dogs. That excited, high-energy attention you're giving them. In cat world, that's basically you screaming, "I'm a predator, and I'm coming for you." No wonder they're avoiding you. You know that sweet, high-pitched baby voice you use with your cat? The one that sounds like, "Who's my little fluffy baby?" Yes, you are. Yeah. Your cat absolutely hates that. Here's why. Your cat's hearing is so incredibly sharp, they can't detect the tiniest rustle of a mouse in the bushes outside. That adorable squeaky voice you're using? To them, it's like someone scratching their nails down a chalkboard while simultaneously blowing a dog whistle directly into their ear. It's sensory overload. Think about it this way. If someone came at you screaming in a shrill voice while making intense eye contact and reaching for your face, you'd back away too, right? That's exactly how your cat feels when you bombard them with high-energy baby talk. But here's the fascinating part. When you switch to a calm, low voice, almost like you're sharing a secret, something magical happens. Your cat's ears will rotate forward like little satellite dishes. Their pupils might dilate slightly. They become more alert, more interested. Because suddenly, you're not shouting at them, you're speaking their language. Try this experiment. Next time you're with your cat, instead of the usual high-pitched babble, lower your voice to a soft murmur. Say their name slowly, like you're telling them a secret. "Hey, Oliver." Watch how their entire body language changes. They might tilt their head. Their whiskers might twitch forward. Some cats will even approach to investigate this strange new way you're communicating. This isn't just some random trick. It's rooted in feline psychology. In the wild, loud noises mean danger. But soft, low sounds? Those are safe. Those are comforting. When you drop your voice, you're telling your cat, "It's okay. We're friends here." And here's a bonus tip. Combine your new calm voice with slow blinks. Look at your cat, half close your eyes, and say their name quietly. You're essentially sending them a feline telegram that says, "I come in peace." 9 times out of 10, they'll blink back, which is cat for message received. You're all right, human. Remember, your cat isn't being standoffish when they ignore your baby talk. They're just overwhelmed. But switch to their preferred frequency, and you'll be amazed at how much more responsive they become. It's like you finally tuned into the right radio station after years of static. And once you're on the same wavelength, that's when the real connection begins. Next is something wild you probably never realized. Every time you gaze lovingly into your cat's eyes, they're actually receiving it as a threat. That's right. In cat language, direct eye contact isn't sweet, it's downright aggressive. It's the equivalent of someone squaring up to you in a bar, cracking their knuckles and saying, "You want to go?" This explains why your cat suddenly looks away when you stare at them. They're not being rude, they're actually trying to diffuse the tension. In the feline world, avoiding eye contact is the polite thing to do. It's their way of saying, "Hey, no trouble here. Just passing through." But here's where it gets really interesting. Cats have developed this beautiful alternative to staring, the slow blink. When a cat looks at you and deliberately closes their eyes for a second or two, they're essentially blowing you a kitty kiss. It's the ultimate sign of trust, because in nature, closing your eyes around another creature makes you vulnerable. They're saying, "I feel safe enough with you to let my guard down." Researchers at the Universities of Sussex and Portsmouth actually studied this phenomenon and found that cats are significantly more likely to approach a person who slow blinks at them. It's like you're holding up a sign that says, "Friendly human here." Some particularly affectionate cats will take it even further. After a few successful blink exchanges, they might blink and then look away, cat for "I acknowledge you." Blink and stretch, showing comfort. Blink and then come rub against you, the ultimate compliment. The most amazing part? Once you start this blinking conversation, you'll begin noticing your cat initiating it. You'll catch them gazing at you from across the room, waiting for you to blink first. It becomes this quiet little language that just the two of you share. So the next time you want to tell your cat you love them, skip the intense staring contest. Give them a slow, deliberate blink instead. It might feel silly at first, but trust me, to your cat, it means the world. After all, there are few greater honors than having a creature as particular as a cat choose to communicate with you on their own terms. And who knows? With enough practice, you might just become fluent in feline unspoken language. This part, it's super interesting. So stay with me. That fluffy, tempting belly your cat keeps exposing like it's begging for rubs? It's the oldest trick in the feline playbook, and you're falling for it every time. Here's the hard truth. When your cat shows you their belly, they're not inviting belly rubs. They're actually saying, I trust you enough to show you my most vulnerable spot, but touch it and I'll turn into a furry blender of claws and teeth. This common misunderstanding explains why so many peaceful petting sessions suddenly turn into World War III. That adorable belly display is actually a sign of comfort and trust, not an invitation for tummy tickles. In cat language, exposing their belly is like saying, I feel safe with you. And when you immediately go for the belly rub, it's like replying, thanks, I'll exploit that vulnerability now. So where should you actually be petting your cat? Let me introduce you to the magic zones. 1. The sweet spot. Behind the ears, right where their jaw meets their skull, is packed with scent glands. When you scratch here, you're helping them mark their territory, which is you, while hitting all the right itchy spots. Watch as they push their head into your hand like they're trying to wear your fingers as a hat. 2. The chin scratch zone. That little hollow under their chin is like the feline equivalent of a please scratch here button. Most cats will stretch their neck out like royalty demanding tribute when you hit this spot just right. 3. The base of the tail mystery. This is the feline paradox zone. Some cats go absolutely wild for gentle scratches right where their tail meets their back. But proceed with caution. What starts as bliss can quickly turn into overstimulation. Which brings us to the tail tells all. Your cat's tail is like a built-in mood ring. That gentle twitch, first warning sign. The full-on thrashing, red alert. When you see that tail start to flick, it means your cat has gone from this feels nice to I'm about to demonstrate why my ancestors were worshipped as gods in ancient Egypt. Here's a pro technique. Try the 3-second rule. Pet for 3 seconds, then pause. Does your cat nudge you for more? Continue. Do they stay still or walk away? Session over. This turns petting into a conversation rather than an imposition. And here's something fascinating. Every cat has their own unique petting preferences that can change by the day, even by the hour. Your mission is to become a feline detective, learning your cat's individual petting map. Maybe your cat loves gentle ear massages but hates back strokes. Perhaps they'll tolerate exactly 7.3 chin scratches before demanding you switch to cheek rubs. The golden rule. Let your cat guide you. Watch their body language like you're deciphering an ancient code. The purrs, the muscle twitches, the subtle shifts in position. These are all clues in the great mystery of how does this particular cat want to be petted right now. Remember, in the cat world, consent is everything. When you respect their boundaries and learn their language, something magical happens. That formerly aloof cat starts seeking you out for pets. They'll headbutt your hand when they want attention. They might even, if you're very lucky, eventually let you give them cautious belly rubs. On their terms, of course. Because here's the beautiful truth. When a cat who once ran from your touch starts voluntarily curling up in your lap and demanding pets, you haven't just trained your cat. Your cat has trained you. And that, my friend, is the highest feline compliment of all. Here's another crucial point. Stop chasing your cat. Here's the paradox every cat owner needs to understand. The more desperately you want your cat's attention, the less interested they become. It's like some cruel feline joke. The moment you reach out to pet them, they transform into furry little Houdinis, vanishing under furniture with Olympic-level speed. But here's the secret. You've been playing the game all wrong. Cats are natural-born hunters, and nothing excites them more than the thrill of the chase. When they're the ones doing the chasing. Every time you follow your cat around the house, you're reversing the natural dynamic. Instead of being the intriguing, elusive prey they're wired to pursue, you become the overeager pursuer, and let's be honest, no self-respecting cat chases after someone who's begging for their attention. The solution? Become the most interesting thing in the room by doing absolutely nothing. You need to master the art of strategic ignoring. 1. The settle-in technique. Next time your cat enters the room, don't even glance their way. Grab a book, focus on your laptop, or become deeply engrossed in your phone. The key is to appear completely, utterly indifferent. Cats are curious creatures by nature, and your sudden lack of interest will trigger their investigative instincts. They'll think, why isn't the human worshiping me today? Or are they looking at that's more important than me? 2. The slow approach. When, not if, your cat eventually sidles up to you, resist the urge to immediately pet them. Instead, let them sniff you first. Offer a single finger for inspection, like you're being introduced at a very formal feline cocktail party. If they rub against it, you've been granted an audience. If they walk away, the game continues. 3. The treat disappearing act. Try this clever trick. Place a few treats near you, then pretend not to notice. When your cat creeps over to investigate, don't make eye contact. Let them believe they're getting away with something. This builds positive associations with your presence while maintaining that all-important element of mystery. 4. The playful pretend. Drag a feather toy lazily across the floor while looking the other direction. Casually wiggle a string under a magazine as if you're not paying attention. Your cat will become convinced these are rogue prey items begging to be caught, not toys you're actively controlling. Here's why this works so well. You're tapping into your cat's natural instincts. In the wild, predators don't chase after things that chase them first. By making yourself just aloof enough, you trigger their hunting behaviors and curiosity. It's the difference between being an annoying door-to-door salesman and an exclusive club with a velvet rope. The magic happens when your cat starts initiating contact. Maybe they'll hop up on the couch next to you. Perhaps they'll give you a gentle headbutt. Playtime is your secret weapon. Cats are hunters, and they need to hunt. Drag a feather toy across the floor like a scurrying mouse. Make it dart behind furniture. This taps into their natural instincts. After a good play session, when they're tired and satisfied, that's when they're most likely to want affectionate contact. The biggest mistake cat owners make is expecting cats to show love like humans or dogs do. A cat rubbing against your legs isn't just being cute. They're marking you as their territory. That headbutt, that's the highest compliment they can give. When your cat brings you a present, even if it's just a toy, they're trying to teach you to hunt because they think you're terrible at it. If you start speaking your cat's language instead of expecting them to speak yours, you'll be amazed at the transformation. That aloof, indifferent creature will start seeking you out. They'll wait by the door when you come home. They'll curl up next to you when you're working. They might even become that cuddly lap cat you've always wanted. It takes patience. It takes understanding. But most of all, it takes respecting that cats aren't just small, furry humans. They're fascinating, complex creatures with their own way of showing love.